Hi, I'm Austin Shea. I'm the founder of the Pharmacy Theater. I have been highly involved throughout the past few years in Central Pennsylvania in theater. At Penn State Harrisburg, I went through and decided that I was going to direct plays that weren't done before, or plays that weren't done often, which is what really stemmed into the Pharmacy Theater. The Pharmacy Theater is a small experimental theater. We are doing works that you might have heard of or might not have heard of, but in a very unique and a very experimental way. So it's a way to give an audience member a new experience that they don't get in an average theater setting. The Pharmacy Theater is an educational community theater where we are giving classes for adults, teenagers, and giving them opportunities to get involved. And when you have a community that's highly involved together, you have a better place to live. There's already a huge booming arts community in Central Pennsylvania, from Harrisburg to Lancaster. We're trying to give a voice to the small towns in between Harrisburg and Lancaster. And that's why the Pharmacy Theater doesn't have a set home. And that's why we're doing performances in different locations throughout Central Pennsylvania. We want to give younger audiences and younger playwrights the opportunity to have their work seen, but also have their opportunity to have their work critiqued. New plays are so important to the Pharmacy Theater because new plays bring new life to society. New plays bring new life to people. The Pharmacy Theater is providing this safe space to explore and to ask questions we normally wouldn't ask of things so that we have a better understanding. People should support the Pharmacy Theater because it is also an educational outreach program where we want to bring aspects of theater into classrooms and give students opportunities to work in a setting that they usually don't have the chance to. So bringing in students to assistant direct, bringing in students to help with lights and sound and sets, but also on the more research side with the dramaturgy programs and kind of aspects of theater that they never thought existed to try to give them that real world edge. What can people expect in the future from the Pharmacy Theater? A lot. We have a lot planned in both realms of production and realms of education. We want to give back to communities that have given so much to us. The Pharmacy Theater's upcoming season consists of 5 shows and a cabaret. The first show we're opening up with is called Boys Go to Jupiter, which is about a young boy named Ian going through an identity crisis, trying to figure out if he's gay or not. In December, we have a new adaptation of Romeo and Juliet that places us in the middle of the Iraqi war. After Romeo and Juliet, we have a production of Hamlet Machine, and then we have a new play called Blank Canvas, which is about Kennedy and her experience with her family and the Philadelphia Art Museum. We will be holding a call for submissions for a new short play because we're looking for another new one-act play to add in, so that one hasn't been determined yet, but will be soon. And then the last thing in the season, rounding everything up, is a cabaret called A Night of Obscurity. It is featuring songs from Broadway shows that aren't really done, that sound fantastic. They kind of give you a fun night of songs you might not have heard of before. Theater and education are all about enjoying things, and especially when you put them both together. I want to form a company that is going to give the audience something to remember. I want you to be able to leave the Pharmacy Theater saying, I really enjoyed myself, and I want every audience member to have an experience that is different, because that's the point of experimental theater. It means something different to everyone. What are some of the hidden costs of running a nonprofit theater? Every cost is a hidden cost. Many people don't realize that plays cost money to get rights to or licenses to. Those licenses can be very costly. So part of the money being raised will be used to pay those playwrights or those production companies to use their plays. You also have to pay the venues because we are traveling around. So we have to pay for venue fees. We have to pay for internet hosting fees, email accounts, all of these things that we take for granted in other aspects of life. As a nonprofit theater company, we have to pay for. And as a beginning theater company, we don't have the revenue yet to be self-sufficient. So with your help, we hope that at some point in the near future, we can be self-sufficient with ticket sales and donations. Because as an experimental community theater, we need the community to help, because the community is our biggest sponsor. We wouldn't be able to do all that we plan to do without your support. And I wanted to personally thank you in advance for any donation, any support, any time that you give now or in the future to the Pharmacy Theater. Because without a community like you, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. And if you want to find out more about the Pharmacy Theater or our upcoming season, you can find us online at pharmacytheater.org or check us out on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter at Pharmacy Theater. Thank you and have a good night. Good night, good morning, guten Tag, guten Morgen. I don't know. Thank you and have a good whatever day you're having. Am I done talking now?
I'm keeping that. I'm putting that in there.